Greetings and salutations. It is I, Professor Macabro, here with you again to regale you with another video. Yes, indeed, and oh, goodness gracious. I am accompanied here once again by the ever-lovely Zombie Wasitos and the rest of the spooky crew. Yes, indeed, and we're here to regale you with another spooky haul. Yes, indeed. I was able to hit a flea market, and I was able to score some really good stuff. We just saw the spooky stuff that I picked up, but I also was able to get some good old DVDs. Physical media is still alive in some places and sometimes, and if you look hard enough, I was actually a little bummed out. While I did find a lot of really cool stuff, I hadn't found any DVDs. However, me being me is not one to give up on a hunt, you see. So, I scoured until the very last little nook and cranny of that flea market, and I was able to find one place that had DVDs, and I think I made a pretty good haul. First of all, I found this, a book. It's Doctor Who's How to Be a Time Lord guide. And I'm quite interested on being a Time Lord. I myself would like to beg and have a companion of the likes of Amy Pond or Clara Oswald. Yes, indeed. So maybe this will help me become a proper Time Lord. Might have to get a little bow tie and get me one of those sexy companions. Yes, indeed. Now on to the nitty-gritty and the goody-goody DVDs. I bought this one, fully expecting it to not be that good. Old school old school spoof comedies were king back in the day. You had your Naked Gun, your Airplanes, your Hot Shots Pardue. But even Scary Movie, I would say, is the last good spoof movie. But after that, you would get your god-awful Meet the Spartans and epic movie and disaster movie and another teen movie. Not particularly good stuff. So this one I don't have high hopes for, but I saw it and I'm still a little curious to see it. And it's my big fat independent movie. Will this be good? I don't know. But it has on the back Clint Howard and Jay from Jay and Silent Bob. At least I think that's him. So they're not on the credits, so I'm a little sus as to why they're there. But not on the credits, but I'll watch it. But I won't go into it expecting too much. Picked up this one called Black Rainbow. I've never seen a black rainbow. And even if you're colorblind, you would probably see a whole bunch of grays and black, but not a black rainbow. But the synopsis on the back says that it's this lady that sees visions of the future and is seeing visions of her own imminent demise. And she has to figure out what's going on because, of course, she don't want to die. But can you beat fate if you see yourself in a vision about to die, like Final Destination, for example? If you change it, it's still gonna come get you in the end, so... But this looked interesting. Oh my god, I'm tongue-tied today. This looked interesting enough to merit a pickup. Also picked up this one, starring Lawrence Fishburne and Jeff Goldblum, Deep Cover. There's a thin line between catching a criminal and becoming one, so probably more of a thriller than horror. But it has Jeff Goldblum, and that's always good. This one, this last batch of movies, I'm super happy about because there are movies that I've been hunting for a long while. And you might ask yourself, or ask me, Professor Macabro. Well, that's not really a question. But Professor Macabro, your collection would have been completed years ago if you would have just bought 4K Blu-rays or order stuff online. You can buy stuff from eBay or Amazon or what have you. Have it delivered, and that way you would have already completed your collection and your wish list years ago. That is true, but I have never been one to take the easy way out. No. And also, much like the Predator, I enjoy the thrill of the hunt. I like hunting for things in the wild. I like finding the DVDs. I like looking at it, seeing that they don't have any mold. I like opening the disc and see if they have the inserts and if the disc isn't scratched. When you buy online, buyer beware. You might get the disc all scratched because the seller was a shady piece of shit. And he didn't mention that the disc was scratched. I like finding the gems, being all giddy with excitement, squee, as I find the gem, inspect it and see that it's perfect, and then try to get as cheap a price as I can for it, and then, I'm touching myself tonight with my haul, yes indeed. And that is why I prefer the hunt of the wild. And when I find cool gems like this, and I finally found a DVD copy. Also, I could buy Blu-rays and 4Ks, but the format that I have adopted for many years is DVD. So I prefer to collect on DVD. Mind you, if I find a Blu-ray on the cheap, I'm going to buy the Blu-ray on the cheap. But the majority of my collection is DVD, so that's what I'm sticking to. Would also like to collect VHS, but that's becoming quite hard to find. Anyway, after that weird deviation, I found a copy of Pumpkinhead with Lance Henriksen. I have Pumpkinhead 2 as part of one of those weird multi-movie packs, but I didn't have a copy of Pumpkinhead 1, which you might think is weird because Pumpkinhead is a very popular movie. Many prints of this are out there, but I haven't been able to find one on the cheap until now, and I got it, and I'm super excited to pop this in and watch. Because anything with Lance Henriksen is cool, and even though the Pumpkinhead kind of looks like a xenomorph, it's a very cool design, and I'm super happy to own this. Speaking of which, I saw this movie recently on Tubi. Yes, indeed, I saw it on Tubi. And it's still great, still love it. But I've always wanted the DVD, and I finally found a copy of Cemetery Man on DVD. Oh, this is such a good movie. And there's a chick here that appears. Oh my god. Oh, voluptuous indeed. Big fan of that, as you well know. Has the little collectible booklet. That's always a bonus to find stuff secondhand, and it comes with the booklet. Oh, yeah, super happy to finally add Cemetery Man to the DVD collection. Also picked up this 8-movie horror pack. I like getting these things. Mind you, 3 of these I already own as a single DVD set. I already got them. But it's nice finding these things in the wild because they occupy less space, as you see. And this is, sure, the video quality might be a little iffy because it's compressed. 4 movies get compressed into a single disc. But I don't mind. Poor image quality takes me back to the time where I would watch it on TV or VHS. And I'm okay with that, so I don't mind a poor video quality. But this one has 8 movies. Bloody Murder 2, Junior, Severed, Children of the Living Dead, which I already own, thanks to Echo. He mentioned that one, so I made it a purpose to find it, and I found it. Creepy Crawlers, Deadly Species, which is the other one I already own, and Carnivore, which is the other one that I already own. So, I got 5 movies for the price of 1, and I can't complain with that. Are they good movies? I won't know until I see them. But big fan of these multi-movie packs, even though, again, 3 of these I already own. Picked up this one. This is a public domain movie, but it is an iconic movie, a legendary movie. But as being public domain, it has had quite a number of releases. Anyone that had a VHS or a DVD studio company could release it willy-nilly. So I have a couple of those, and there are different versions of it. The most notorious is the 30th anniversary edition, where they refilmed new footage and spliced the original movie and changed the score. It's a hodgepodge mess. I don't own it, but if I find it cheap, I will definitely pick it up. Then there's the colorized version. Then Echo Zero, cha, 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 baby. Echo Zero showcased a animated version of this. So there's a remake of this, indeed. So I have quite a few copies of this particular movie, but I found the 40th anniversary original film restored and remastered release, signature apparently release, of George A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead, with a whole bunch of special features, including a 40th anniversary documentary, and a whole bunch of really cool stuff. The Criterion Collection released a really cool DVD set of this, and if you can afford it, I would definitely suggest you pick that one up. But yes, this is a really cool lenticular shiny cover, and the special features are brand new to this release, so I am happy to have gotten this. Still need to track down a disc of the remake. I don't have the remake, unfortunately, but they say that if you live long enough, eventually everything that you wanted in life will be yours. So I hope I get to live to a long, long life so I can own everything that I want. And the last movie that I have to showcase is one that I've wanted, I've coveted, I've desired for so long, along with Cemetery Man, but I've never been able to find in the wild. Either I find the disc and it's scratched to shit and I no purpose getting it, or I see the box and I get super giddy, squee, cause I see it and then the disc isn't there and you motherfuckers, someone stole it. But I found it at last I found it. And that's a copy of Dead Alive, Peter Jackson's Dead Alive. Yes, that's something that can't be compared. When you find something in the wild that you've been wanting for years, and you finally come across it, and you're like, squee! And you finally get it. It completes me. Yes, indeed. Dead Alive! You could debate whether Terrifier 3 is now the goriest movie ever made, or Ricky-O, the story of Ricky, but this one held the title for many, many years, and I would still say it's one of the goriest movies ever made. Very quotable, like the guy that pops up says, "Oik gas, let's try that again. Oik gas for the Lord," and he kicks ass for the Lord. And then it has the infamous pudding thing that... Just thinking about it still makes me want to hurl chunks. Professor Macabro can see people be dismembered from here to Timbuktu. But that pudding scene, man... still makes me gag a little. Horrible. That's probably the worst things I've seen in cinema. But I'm super happy to get this. Now, yes, indeed, there are better DVD versions of this with more special features. This thing has none special features, but I've been wanting to track down a copy of this for so long. And much like my midnight movie release of Killer Clowns from Outer Space, this is awesome. And yes, most definitely, I'm going to touch myself tonight, I tells you what, while watching this. But that was the DVD haul that I got. Oh, a small haul, I must admit, but full with really cool things. I'm quite happy about it. What did you think of this haul? Of course, I know you've seen these amazing movies, but out of this small haul, what is the favorite one that I got that you enjoyed the most? Let us know in the comments down below. But until we see you all again next time, this is Professor Macabro, that is Zombie Huesitos, and the Spooky Crew, and we wish you all, like always, a good evening.